everyone, this is Brian Wood. Today we're releasing our first episode of Organic Market News, which is something Mike and I have been wanting to try for a while. In these episodes, which we hope to do monthly, we will look back over the previous month for any relevant news items or reports that impact the organic industry. We will also do a quick rundown of the latest USDA organic commodity reports to see some of the trends that are happening over time. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. In the organic dairy market in March, demand increased dramatically with the coronavirus scare leading to panic shopping. This is the case for both organic and conventional milk, and some bottling plants have seen a doubling in need for milk to satisfy customers that can't keep shelves stocked. Companies that have a stronger retail presence are hearing the call for more milk, and meanwhile those that serve restaurants and schools are having to dump milk. This contradiction will continue for any company in the food business until the economy steadies. Also in March, a retail store survey was done in 29 cities, which showed a half gallon of organic milk range from $3.14 in Houston to $5.84 in Pittsburgh. The average price across all 29 cities was $3.99. Looking at the organic poultry market, starting with laying hens. 15.5 million predicted layers are in production right now, with a laying rate of 76%. That equates to just under 7 million dozen cases of eggs produced, which are selling for an average of $3.53. Inventories of eggs have been drawn down by 15% week over week, likely due to higher retail sales numbers. On the broiler side, just over 1 million head of broilers were processed week ending March 30th. In March, organic broiler production bounced around from 1.2 million to 1 million birds per week. Boneless, skinless chicken breast is selling for $6.49 a pound on store shelves. Lastly, the organic grain report for March shows that corn prices remain low in early 2020. With an average grower price on the spot market at $7.15 a bushel. There has been light demand for corn, with many elevator bins full and corn still available. $7.15 is $1.72 below prices a year ago this same time period. Soybean prices are solidly staying between $18.50 and $20 a bushel, with good demand for beans. In January, just under 714,000 bushels of beans were imported, holding that price steady. On the hay side, high-quality alfalfa hay is selling for around $255 a ton. Moving into news and reports from the organic market, our first item comes from the National Organic Program, which released its Organic Oversight and Enforcement Update. This report captures actions that were taken in 2019 to maintain the integrity of the USDA organic seal. Highlights are in two areas. First is in the Dairy Compliance Project, which was created to better assess the dairy industry's compliance with organic standards, with a particular focus on the grazing standard. Unannounced visits by federal auditors were done in 2019 to farms that were considered higher risk based on farm size, previous compliance history, and other farm characteristics. From these visits, it was found that all selected farms met the standard of 120 days on pasture and a minimum of 30% dry matter being obtained from pasture. The report does not say how many farms were visited, but audits were done in 13 states. It is also mentioned as part of the Dairy Compliance Project that the Origin of Livestock rule, which would clarify requirements for transitioning livestock into organic production, is expected to be finalized in 2020. Second area of interest is work being done by the NOP to curb fraudulent organic imports. Most of what is being done is giving the NOP enhanced technological oversight into any organic products being brought into the U.S. This includes aligning databases of organic products being shipped with products that have been fumigated, to flag any of those shipments. Also, yield analysis studies, trade data analysis, and supply chain surveillance will give the NOP expanded oversight. As the NOP has ramped up what is available to them to crack down on fraudulent imports, Over 275 operations in the Black Seas region have left organic production. Also, certified farms and businesses have exited the organic market in South America, and certifiers have decreased geographic region to better manage risk. The next item of interest is an acreage report from Marcaris that gives an overview of 2019 organic crop acres. It shows there was a 13% rise in certified field crop acres to a total of 3.3 million. There was also a 14% rise in field crop operations, which brings us to 18,555 farms certified to raise crops. States with the highest total acres are California, Montana, Texas, New York, and Wisconsin. One big factor for the increase in acres and producers was a 16% rise in acres of organic wheat harvested. All in all, a positive sign to supply growing organic needs with domestic production. Our last news item for this month involves the largest dairy company in the United States, who is also in the organic beverage business. Dean Foods, which filed for bankruptcy in November, announced the sale of a substantial portion of its operations to Dairy Farmers of America for $433 million. 44 fluid and frozen facilities would be included in the deal, and other companies have reached agreements on other Dean's plants and product lines. This includes an agreement for Harmony Incorporated to purchase Uncle Matt's, which is an organic juice line owned by Dean's. It is unclear at this point how the joint venture between Dean's and Organic Valley will be affected by this deal. Barring any regulatory issues, it's expected all transactions will be finalized by May. Well, that's all we have for organic news this month, and we hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with a conversation with author and activist from New Mexico, Courtney White. Thanks for listening.